You ever notice how your bathroom gets all warm and foggy after a hot shower? Well, turns out some houseplants absolutely love that kind of air. We're talking lush leaves, vibrant colors, and that jungle vibe, all thanks to humidity. In this video, I'll show you 15 houseplants that thrive in high humidity spots like your kitchen, bathroom, or a cozy plant corner with a humidifier running. If you've got plants that constantly look crispy or struggle indoors, this list might just save them and bring your space to life. From the dramatic snake plant to the low-key peace lily, there's something here for every plant lover. Let's dive into the plants that can't get enough of moisture in the air. You know what's funny about orchids? People either baby them like royalty or toss them after the first bloom. But here's the thing, they're not as delicate as they look. Orchids thrive in humidity. Think tropical rainforest, not your dry living room. If you've got a steamy bathroom with bright, indirect light boom, perfect orchid zone. The thick, waxy leaves and those crazy, beautiful blooms aren't just for show, they actually need that moisture in the air to keep from drying out. You might notice the roots getting silvery when dry, and that's your cue to mist or water. But don't overdo it, they hate soggy feet. Keep the air moist, not the soil soaked. You get the vibe? Give them humidity, and they'll throw out flowers like it's their full-time job. Monsteras are straight-up humidity lovers. They're tropical at heart, born to soak up that thick, moist air. You've probably seen their big, split leaves all over Instagram. But what most folks don't realize is that those dramatic cuts, called fenestrations, show up best when the plant's living in a humid environment. Dry air? That's when you start seeing yellow edges or droopy vibes. But give your Monstera some humidity-like from a humidifier or even just grouping it with other plants and it starts thriving. You'll notice new leaves unfurling faster, greener, and way more impressive. And if you've got it near a bright window with indirect light, even better. Think jungle, not desert. Moist air, rich soil, and room to climb. That's Monstera heaven. Peace lilies are basically built for humidity. They love it, they need it, and they'll absolutely show off when they get it. These are the kind of plants that start looking tired and crispy when the air's too dry, especially around the leaf tips. But give them a humid spot, like near a bathroom window or with a humidifier nearby, and they perk right up. The leaves stay shiny, the flowers last longer, and you'll see them push out new growth like clockwork. They're not fussy, just thirsty for moisture in the air. And if you're the type to forget misting, no worries. Just set them near other humidity-loving plants and let nature do its thing. Peace lilies are chillbit, only if the air is too. Prayer plants are humidity junkies, no kidding. These guys come from the rainforest floors where the air is thick and the vibe is always damp. If the air in your home's too dry, you'll see it fast. Curled edges, brown tips, or just a general sad look. But give them that high humidity environment, and they turn into show-offs. Their leaves stay flat during the day, then fold up like hands in prayer at ninthence the name. It's kind of mesmerizing to watch. A humid bathroom, a pebble tray, or even grouping them with other plants does wonders. And when they're happy, those striking patterns on the leaves get even more vivid. Honestly, it's like they breathe better when the air's moist, in a way. They kinda do. Spider plants are the easygoing type, but they secretly love a bit of humidity. You might think they're fine in just about any room and, yeah, they'll survive, but if you really want them to thrive, bump up the moisture in the air. High humidity keeps their long, arching leaves looking fresh and green instead of brown and crispy at the tips. You'll also notice they throw out more baby spitterets when they're happy, and that usually means the air feels like a mini jungle. Place them in a steamy bathroom or mist them regularly, and they'll reward you with wild growth and a bunch of little plant pups hanging like ornaments. They're also great hanging basket plants, and in a humid spot, they'll drape beautifully. Don't forget, these guys are excellent air purifiers too, so they're not just good-looking, they're hard-working. Give them that tropical treatment, and they'll turn into one of your most active growers without any drama. Bromeliads are straight-up humidity lovers. They're tropical plants through and through, and dry air just doesn't cut it for them. You'll find them growing naturally in rainforests, soaking up that steamy, warm atmosphere. So when you bring one home, try to recreate that vibe. High humidity helps them hold on to those bold, colorful leaves and keeps the central cup the part where they collect water nice and hydrated. If your home's too dry, they'll start looking dull, or the leaf tips might brown out. But put them in a warm, humid room with bright, indirect light, and they'll absolutely thrive. Even better if you've got a humidifier nearby or a group of other plants to help raise the moisture level. Some people even mist them right into the central cup to mimic how they drink rainwater in the wild. Keep the air damp and they'll hold their shape, color, and attitude. Dracaenas are one of those plants people assume can handle anything, and to be fair, they're pretty tough, but they really shine in high humidity. When the air is dry, especially in winter with the heater on, their leaf tips can go brown and crunchy real fast. But add some humidity to their environment, and it's a whole different story. The leaves stay glossy, full, and vibrant, and the plant grows more consistently without those dry stress marks. They're not super dramatic about it, but they definitely appreciate that moist air, especially varieties like the Warneckii or Marginata. You don't need to go overboard, just group them with other plants, add a pebble tray, or keep them near a humidifier, and they'll reward you with healthy growth and a cleaner look. They may not be rainforest divas, but Dracaenas still like a little spa treatment in the air. Elephant ears are humidity addicts, no question about it. These plants come from swampy, tropical zones where the air feels like soup, and that's exactly the kind of environment they want in your home. Their massive, dramatic leaves act like moisture magnets, and when the air's too dry, you'll start to see those big beauties sag, curl, or develop crispy edges. But crank up the humidity even just a bit, and suddenly they're thriving. New leaves roll out like sails, and the plant starts to look like it belongs in a jungle. Place them in a bright, steamy room or near a humidifier, and they'll grow fast and bold. They love warm, moist air so much that even regular misting makes a visible difference. These aren't the kind of plants you tuck in a dark, dusty corner they want the spa treatment. And when they get it, they go full-on tropical beast mode. Philodendrons are tropical at heart, and they really show their best side when the air's got some moisture in it. They're adaptable. Sure, they won't throw a fit if your home's a little dry, but if you give them high humidity, they'll respond with lush, vibrant growth. Those big, glossy leaves, they stay healthier, shinier, and way more dramatic when the air isn't bone dry. You'll see new growth pop out faster, and those aerial roots start reaching out like they're on a mission. Whether it's a trailing variety or a big upright type, humidity just helps them thrive with less fuss. Set them near a bathroom window, use a pebble tray, or let them hang out near a humidifier and watch them go to work. They're not needy, but they know how to appreciate a little jungle treatment when it's offered. Pothos are famously low maintenance, but here's the thing. Most people miss they love high humidity just as much as the fancier tropical plants. You can keep them alive in average conditions, sure, but if you want that fast, full, glossy growth, you need to give them a bit of moisture in the air. High humidity helps those vines grow faster, with bigger leaves that look healthy and vibrant instead of dull or curling at the edges. You'll notice the difference when you hang one in a steamy bathroom or set it near a humidifier. It just kicks into overdrive. The roots grow stronger, the vines stretch out longer, and the color really deepens, especially in variegated types. Even though they're chill plants, they absolutely glow when the air's humid. It's like unlocking their full potential with barely any extra effort. Peperomias might look small and tidy, but don't let that fool you. They're humidity lovers through and through. These little guys come from the understory of rainforest where the air is warm and damp pretty much all the time. In your home, they'll tolerate normal conditions, but if the air gets too dry, especially in winter, their leaves can start to curl or feel a bit brittle. Give them that humid vibe through misting, grouping with other plants, or just placing them in a bathroom with filtered light, and they'll stay plump, glossy, and full of life. Their thick, often textured leaves hold on to moisture well, but they really shine when the air isn't sucking the life out of them. Keep the humidity up and you'll get a healthier, more compact plant that actually looks like it belongs in a tropical jungle, just in miniature form. Pitcher plants are wild in every sense of the word, and if there's one thing they absolutely demand, it's high humidity. These are carnivorous plants that come from steamy, boggy environments where the air is thick and the soil is constantly damp. You put one in dry air, and it starts looking rough real fast. Those signature pitchers dry out, stop forming, or shrivel up completely. But give it warm, humid air, and it transforms into something from a sci-fi jungle. The pictures fill out, deepen in color, and start doing their job trapping bugs like nature's own flytrap ninja. They're not like your average leafy houseplants. They're dramatic, a little high maintenance, but super rewarding if you get the conditions right. A terrarium setup, a humid windowsill, or even a greenhouse vibe will keep them thriving. Mist, often. Keep the air damp, and never let them dry out. Treat them like a swamp celebrity and they'll put on one heck of a show. Ferns are humidity, junkie splain, and simple. These guys evolved under the dense canopies of rainforests, soaking up the constant moisture in the air, and they haven't forgotten their roots. In a dry home, ferns get cranky real fast. You'll see browning tips, frizzled fronds, and just an overall sad, droopy look. But give them high humidity, and they perk up like they've had a double shot of espresso. Their fronds stay lush, soft, and almost feather-like, unfolding with that perfect green jungle vibe. Boston ferns, maidenhairs, staghorns, they all live for misty air and damp surroundings. A steamy bathroom is their dream home, but even a corner with a humidifier or regular misting can keep them thriving. Keep the soil moist but not soggy, and don't let them sit in dry drafts. When they've got the right air, they grow fast and full, and you won't believe how alive they look. They're not just plants, they're humidity-powered green machines. Anthuriums are tropical through and through, and they absolutely thrive in high humidity. It's like their version of a comfort zone. You've probably seen those shiny heart-shaped leaves and bright red or pink flowers, and they look even better when the air's nice and moist. In dry conditions, the leaves can get dull or crispy at the edges, and flowering slows way down. But give them a humid space, and they go into full show-off monoglossier leaves, longer-lasting blooms, and steady new growth. They especially love being near a humidifier or in a steamy bathroom with bright, indirect light. And while they don't like wet feet, they do want that air around them to stay soft and warm. Mist them regularly or place them near other humidity-loving plants, and they'll reward you with that exotic, polished look that's hard to beat. Keep the moisture up, and they'll keep the drama coming in the best way. Fiddle Leaf Figs might have that bold, sculptural look, but behind those giant leaves is a plant that seriously loves humidity. They're native to warm, humid rainforests. So when you stick one in dry, indoor air, it starts acting dramatic drooping, browning at the edges, or just stalling out on growth. But bump up the humidity, and you'll see a real transformation. The leaves stay firm, deep green, and much less prone to those annoying brown spots everyone complains about. A humidifier nearby, or even just regular misting, can make a huge difference. And when they're happy, they push out those beautiful new leaves like clockwork. They still want bright, indirect light and consistent watering, but that moist air around them is key to keeping them looking like the indoor statement plant they're hyped up to be. Treat it like it's in the rainforest, and it'll live up to the hype. So there you have it, 15 houseplants that don't just survive in humidity, they absolutely thrive in it. If your space has that warm, misty vibe, or you've got a humidifier running, these plants will reward you with bold growth, vibrant color, and serious tropical energy. Keep the air moist, the care consistent, and your indoor jungle will thank you.